Alright, hello, welcome to today's product review video. I've been doing a lot of product review videos lately, and it's because my buddy stumbled across a lot of new products that we've never seen before, and I thought, well, let's take a look, because new to me, new to you, let's just see what's good. So today I've actually got two products from a company called Novus Design. Now, we'll go ahead and at the end of the video, I'll take a quick look at their website just to give you a feel for what they've got to offer. But these specifically are their wall set. Now, this wall set is a 15-piece set, and this wall set is 20. The difference is this is a wrought iron fence. It's just the wrought iron fence. This is the more substantial stonework fence with wrought iron embellishments. So we're going to take a look, find out how much is there in the package as far as linear inches, and what's the value. So we're going to start with this. Both are for 28 millimeter. I believe these went for 20 each, but we'll take a look on the website and see for sure. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. These up. Nothing fancy. This is the wrought iron and stonework one. All right, so you've got several sections of what I'll call long, and then several sections of short, a couple sections of short, okay, along with some end pieces as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at how these things go together. So on the face of it, when you look at this, the pieces all have, they're already kind of, I won't call them pre-painted because they don't look painted. I guess they actually might be. But they are colored. Whether it's the actual color of the plastic, I don't quite know. But you don't even need to paint these, even with the black wrought iron. But on each of them, it'll be a flat bottom, and the top you'll see one or more holes, and that's where these will go. Okay, so it's really a simple matter of dropping them in, and they don't glue. They don't need to be glued. I personally have to think about whether I want to glue them or not, because as I look at these things, I might want to use them as a regular wall instead of an ornate wall. So it's just a thought I've got. But anyway, all of the wrought iron sections are short. And so when you put them into these long walls, you're going to basically putting in two sections, okay? And they actually look pretty good. Now, the one thing that you're going to see is on these long sections, it might not look all that great when they're leaning in opposite directions. But, do what you want. It is your model, and it's how you want to use the terrain in your favor. So that's how they go together. Real simple. Again, you can glue them. I don't think I'm going to. But let's take a look now. If you look at these are just under 5 inches. There's 4 3/4 inch long, the long ones. And so obviously these are half that. They're 2 3/8. Okay. So if you look at this end to end, let's take a look at how many inches you actually end up with. 33 inches long, and it's the way it is. You get enough pieces to have a completely capped wall. So all the wall segments have one of these end caps, and there's an end cap at the end. So it's a finished wall, and of course you can, at any point in here, you can make it a 90-degree, make it move any direction you want. So there's a lot of possibilities for what you want to do as far as the design of the wall. So, but 33 inches, that's pretty good. It's a little less than 3 feet. I made a comment in my stone walls video product review that I think you need at least 4 feet to do well on this. So we'll take a look at the price. I think you'll need probably 2 sets of these. However, having said that, before we look at the price, these are very ornate walls. So maybe you're not going to be using that much of this type of a wall on yours. You might just have just one small section on the corner of your table to represent like a manor house. Or let's take a look at what there it is. Like. It's a foreground 2-story large house. I forget which model it specifically is, but that's the model. That's what we use for a manor house in our games. And the frontage is 21 inches, and essentially we left off one of these end caps. We could have put it on the other end. That would have added an extra 3/4 inch. And then it's just a little over 16 inches deep. Okay, so plenty of room. It gives you a nice corner. So 3 feet, I guess, 33 inches isn't that bad. So, I do like the way it looks. It actually works well with this particular model. But let's take one thing I noticed. I want to bring up. Not a detraction, but I want to take a look at these pieces are actually two-sided. Okay, sorry, one-sided. Okay, that's probably the best way to put it. So, I don't know if you can see here, but this, you can see it's got some relief. There's some detail as far as the recesses. However, on this side, the opposite side, it's perfectly flat. Okay, so there's a difference. So there is a front side and a back side. So putting them on these, you'll definitely want to make sure that you put the faces in the same direction. If you're doing photography, I think maybe, but maybe it's not so important when you're actually playing the game, because you're not paying that much attention to those specific little details, just to be honest with you. But still, I think it's a very good, it's a great look. So I'm glad my buddy found them. Let's go take a look at the website. Let's talk about the price and wrap up the video. Here we are at Novus Design. I went right to the 28mm terrain and buildings, right to the cemetery section. That's where these stone walls are, but they've also got some walls underneath the medieval section. And I'll just go there really, really quick. You can see we've got a larger selection of different types of walls. But same concept as these. They've got little end caps, as well as the longer sections and smaller sections. Looks like about $30 is about what it runs across the board. You go specifically to the cemetery walls themselves. We're looking at $28 for just under 3 feet. Now these are more ornate, they're more substantial walls than what Warlord gave us, so you can see I can expect the price to be a little higher, relatively speaking. The Warlord walls are thinner. You do get over 4 foot of it, but like I said, they're thin. These are thick, they're hefty, they've got some good detail, so at about $1 a foot, a little under $1 a foot, it's not that bad, I guess. And here's the, don't get fooled by the picture. This particular set is just the wrought iron fence sections, just those 20 black sections. So even though it has the picture of the stone wall, it is really just the black section. So $16 for those 20 pieces. All right, so as you saw on the website, there's also this iron fence, 20 pieces of iron fence. Okay, let's take a quick look at this. I want to explain this particular piece instead of having a separate video, because it is a slightly smaller subject, no pun intended. Now there's 20 of these things, and each one is just over 2. It's a 2 3/8 inches. So, but again, it is the same type of piece that's on the top of those stone walls. The thing is, all you get are the wrought iron. So you can't use these as is. You'll actually have to mount these on some sort of a board. It could be a popsicle stick, a tongue depressor, anything. I mean, you might even be able to use something kind of like this. Okay, that's 8 inches, and so it'd be, you might have to trim it a bit to get, there's your 3 pieces that would fit on it. Cut the ends flush, maybe even in a 90-degree angle so that you could put another one, and this you could actually make a really nice just wrought iron fence. But of course you'd have to, I wouldn't cut these little pegs off completely, because you could actually cut them short and then use those as mounting points drill holes in there, and there you go. But you've got 20 of these pieces, so that's over 40 inches. Wow, that's a lot of fence. Now, of course, this would only be light cover shooting through it. I mean, I know it's metal, but there's so much showing. It's still an obstacle for moving over, and it could still provide some light cover shooting through it. So all right, as you saw, the prices for this, so I'll let you guys make up your own mind as far as the value for this particular one, but it is almost 4 feet of material for, again, ornate manor type fences, and these could be found throughout different parts of Europe, and especially within cities and even around parks. So I'll let you guys think about how you might use these, and let's consider Novus Design as another possible place to get some terrain for a relatively good price. Hope this has actually been helpful and enlightening. Stick around. We've got a few more products we're going to talk about from them as well. Again, took us by surprise. So catch you guys later. Thanks a lot. Share, like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.